3, 2, 1, go. What up, y'all? So I just was looking at my YouTube and someone said that they would have Nomad Sculpt 1.8. So I just went on and I see an update. I'm guessing that's 1.8. So now I'm going to open it. But oh, 1.80. So things are moving quickly. I love it. So first and foremost, let's see if my other project will open. I don't think that it will. It actually makes me a bit nervous to try and open it. I don't want to mess things up further. Okay, so the other project still won't open. So I think that's officially trashed. Can you delete? Oh yeah, you can delete. So I think I'm just going to delete this. Let's see if there's any huge changes or if these are just like fixes. So let's go back here. All right, how do I find, I'm so terrible at that. I need to just like make a link to this. Tool fixes, trim and split. Other minor fixes. Okay, so minor fixes. I want to remake that tutorial because that was actually fun. And I don't know if I can use that one because things won't be exactly the same. So first I'm going to delete this and add a box. A lot of people have been asking me to do more hard surface things, and I'm not exactly sure what they mean by hard surface. I know that when I make hard surface things, actually let me undo this. I want to bring this down to 4. The box, the division X, because I don't know, I feel like that's all that a box needs. But this is the smooth shading making all these sort of weird shadows. So if I just turn that off, then I think we just have like a nice sweet little box. That sounded so weird to say, but we have a regular box and it's just very small size. The poly count is very small. So I'm going to tap the gizmo and just make it, whoops. Where's the orange ring? So I'm going to make it bigger. Probably just trying to fill up this little box here. Might as well use the grid since it's there. And I'll bring it down like this. This is just going to be like a floor base. And I'm going to put it right up to that red line. Actually, I'm going to do it right over the red line. Because eventually when I bring it into Blender, I just want everything to be right on the horizon line. So this will be let's just call it 180 since this is 1.80. So this is pretty much what I did in the other one. So now we have this box. I'm just going to validate it and rename it floor or FLR. So now I'm going to clone this one and move it up, and I'm going to rename this floor or floor wood or panel. No, wood is good. Or plank. Or planks. All right, so now I'm gonna move it up a little bit and just do something like this. Move it over. Also, just so you know, I'm in orthographic and I'm using a matte cap of PXG clay like I always do. It just makes it easier to see. I don't think I have any lights on or anything else. No, we're good. So we're just going to make our plank, and then we'll just use array to repeat it. Maybe I'll make it a little bit smaller. So front, and I'm just going to move this to the edge. And I'm not too worried about it being like exactly perfect. I've never really been like an exactly perfect guy. It's just not my thing. So let's take this and let's add an array. So we'll add an array and let's change see the size. See right now there's only 2. So we'll change the size to kind of put this one. I wonder if I can drag this one individually or if it'll drag the whole thing. Oh, it drags the whole thing. Good to know. So I'm going to go here and back to the array. So I have to do this a little bit more annoyingly. There's probably easier ways to do it, but you know me. Always a day late and a dollar short. All right, maybe that's the closest that we're going to get. And we could probably make it smaller. Oh, and that's the wrong. I didn't mean to make it smaller. Oh, actually, I did mean to make it smaller. Let's adjust this first one. Just make it a smidge smaller. Bring it down a little bit. Where's this one going? Anyway, so you basically just want to try to get it as clean as you can on the sides. So now we're going to increase this count. So we're just going to increase this until it looks nice and floor-like. Those are big slats. Are those too big? They're kind of big slats. So I might just adjust this a little bit. Okay, I think that's good. So this is going to be, I'm just going to rename this floor as well. So now I'm going to take this and we're going to make two walls, and we're going to do this really quickly. Let's put on snap. So we have two snaps. You want the top one 90 degrees. So we're going to clone this. We can do it from here. We can just go here and clone. I tend to move a little bit faster when I'm making things that I already made, apparently. But that's good. I do a lot of beginner stuff, so this one is a little bit faster pace because you know a little bit more about what you're doing. So now we're just going to use this red ring to snap it forward. And we just want to line it up. Sometimes it's a bit hard to see. There we go. So we'll line it up with this blue line. We'll bring this in to about there. And then we can clone this. We can snap it that way. And let's line it up here. And we'll probably need to make it a little bit longer too, because we kind of just want it like this. So I'm going to make it a little bit longer. Yeah, I don't have time to be measuring all this stuff out. What do I look like, a carpenter? Like I'm just trying to make pretty things. It's a little bit big. There we go. That's good. That's good. So now I want to make a trim on these two. So we have these two. So this is the wall A, and oh no, this is wall A. Wall A. This one is wall B. This is wall B. I'll save, even though I learned in the last one, I can save right before it crashes. But if it auto saves, then when it tries to open, it's going to automatically open the autosave, and you can't discard the autosave until it opens the autosave. So I think that's why I was unable to open my last project doing the same thing. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get to a point and I'll do save as. So we have both of these. So let's clone them both. I'm just going to drag this down. So we have A and B. So I'm going to take these and move them up and just shrink them to about there. And now I'm just going to start with wall A, and I'm just going to open it up like so. And I want to make it a little bit longer as well. Make a big, thick border up there. And I'll do the same thing with this. So I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. A little bit longer here. Okay, let's take a look at maybe the right side. Wonder how these got like, well, that's okay. I just want to make them around the same size again. I just want it to be fairly clean. Doesn't have to be super clean, but fairly clean. Let's make this a little bit longer. All right. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, this needs to be longer again, still. So let's make it longer. All right, that's clean. It's clean enough. Make this one a little bit longer too. This one is a little bit easier because the other beam goes out enough to where I have some, oh, I don't have some slack. That's okay, I'll make it longer. Move it back. There we go. All right, close enough. I'm gonna save. So now we have, so this looks good. And what we can do is take both of these and clone them again. Bring this down. And I'm going to rename these wall trim bottom. Trim B. Bottom B. I don't think it makes a difference, whatever. So now we're going to take both of these and move them down to the very bottom. Oh, that's actually nice. If there's a little bit of like a lip there, kind of like that. I think that works. It might be nice to make the bottom one a little bit bigger. I think I had that in the other tutorial as well. So yeah, let's do that. Let's make the bottom a little bit bigger. Yeah, I like that. I'm nervous now. That's why I'm always saving. I'm so nervous now. And I'm going to whine about it as much as I want. Okay, so floor A. Okay, so we have our walls. So the floor trim, I like. So this is a floor. These are both floor trims. These are floor trims on the bottom. So I'm going to join these and just name this wall trims. So wall B. Okay, floor planks. All right, cool. And I did have a window in here. And that's where I got messed up. That's where I really got messed up. Adding the window in. But do I want to add the window? You know what? Let's add it. That's what we do on YouTube. We record our life and we show it to everyone, for better or for worse. We just show the reality of our lives. Because not only do you want to see what we're doing, you want to see us, our personality, the good, the bad, because we're just people. And everyone does things differently. And some people want to see certain things, other people want to see other things. And that's how we work. So this box, I'm also going to turn the gizmo off and bring this down to 4. So we're going to do the same thing. Turn smooth shading off. So now, I mean, it's kind of window-ish, but I actually don't know. I'm actually not a carpenter, so I'm not actually sure how big I want this window. I mean, I think that's pretty good. I think that's window-ish. So this time, we're going to validate this box and clone it. And then this one is going to be window trim. And we're going to hide it. Okay, so wall B and box. And we're going to hide the box. I'm going to save. I'm going to save as. I'm going to save as this one, because I don't know what that is. So now I have 2 of them. So we'll see. So now, Boolean merge, keep sharp edges. Actually, I don't need this because we're using the Boolean. So I tap Boolean and all is well with the world. That's so clean. That's so clean. So this is now wall B. So that's wall B, but I saved window trim. And this is why I saved it. So I'm going to clone it again. And I'm going to hide it. Actually, no, I'm not going to hide it yet. So I'm going to bring it out, shrink it, because I want the window. This is actually like hard to see. What are we doing? I wonder if there's a better Mac app I can use. I don't think so, but because I think it's all like generally the same. I could turn this on. I think I'd be able to see it a little bit better. If I turn this down, I probably could turn a light on too. But anyway, so since this is the window trim, I think this is pretty good thickness, because we don't want a really thick trim around. But I think this is good. So now we have the window and the window trim. We'll hide this one and we'll do the same thing. We'll go to Boolean, we'll do Boolean, and I believe that's perfect. So this will be, oh, wait a minute. I think I messed up. I think I totally did. So what I did was, I forgot to, I should bring the one that we're cutting out and stretch it so it goes all the way through. Yeah, that was a dumb mistake. That's okay. So we'll go back to Boolean and then we'll do Boolean. And now it goes right through. And now this is window trim. All right, so, oh, let me turn off depth of field. So now we can shrink it and just make it our window trim. Probably shrink it a little bit more. Maybe we'll just bring it through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Okay, that looks good. It's kind of a small window, but it's a window nonetheless. So we've made a window. All right, so what else do we want to make? What kind of room do we want to make this? You know, I like benches. I like rugs too, but we can do that last. So I'm going to save this because we were further than I was. We were further than we were. And what else? Okay, what else do we want? Let's just make a simple... Let's make a simple, I don't know, let's figure out something. I like to just make stuff on the fly, you know? Figure out what it is later. That's how I like to create. So we're doing everyone loves hard surface, so we're gonna make everything hard and sharp. So we'll do that. We'll turn smooth shading off. And we'll use our gizmo. I tend to make tables up against the wall, I guess. I guess it's something that I just tend to do. But they don't have to be. Maybe this is a bench. Yeah, maybe this is also a bench. So I'm gonna, let's see. Here, I wonder if I can go ahead and do I wonder if I can just change this to an array from there. Oh, no, you can't. That's okay. I'll bring the box into the array and delete the mirror. So now I'll go into the array. Which direction are you giving me? Nope, wrong direction. Nope, wrong direction. So that's the correct direction, but they're just far away. So maybe I'll make 3 or 4. But they're kind of fat. So let's thin these out. And then go back to our array. 4, and then bring these closer together. Like so. So these will be bench. Okay, that looks good. So I'm gonna validate this, and I'm gonna clone it and bring it out. And this will be bench base. Whoops. Bench base. And now I can bring this down and flatten it, and then maybe just widen it up a little bit. Let's see if we can line it up as best we can. Something like this. Just make sure it looks fairly straight. It's a bit hard to see. The length looks good. So now you can bring it up as high as you want, however high you want it to be. I think that's good. So I'm gonna clone this and rename this bench legs. I'm gonna flip it, make it smaller, a little bit fatter. And now this can be our little bench leg. A bit hard to see. Probably wind up making the bench a little bit shorter anyway, so. So maybe we'll do 4 legs. So we'll place that one there. And yeah, I think I want the bench to be a little bit shorter. So we'll do the one there. We can also use array for these as well. So if we do array, even though it's a little bit difficult to place these. Okay, where's this one at? Oh, that one's lower, so we definitely need one there. There we go. So there's one. So we'll bring this puppy in and we'll line it up. .0940. Try to get technical with it. And we can do it that way, but I'm just going to be lazy. And I'm going to validate this. And then just clone it. Pivot, center, pivot. That's just to get the pivot back in the center. And then I'm just going to move it over and do it manually. Okay. So there we go. We have our bench. And if we want to, see, this is where I have issues. And I'll show you. So this is the bench legs. It's like I can't just do things simple. I want to sometimes, but it's just so hard. It's so difficult. I'm gonna take the base, bench base, clone. I'm gonna bring this down, and flatten it, and that actually could be good. But I think I want to do it a different way. I feel like benches have this kind of thing, You know, like I feel like they have like supports. So I'm gonna clone and bring one over here as well. And then I'm gonna clone and snap it this way and bring it straight across. Yeah. Like that. I feel like that makes sense. So here's the actual base. All these are the bench legs. I'll select bench legs last. So that way when I join them, it just says bench legs. Okay, what is this? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna validate this as well. So bench, bench base, connect all these together, pivot, center, pivot. Let's move our bench down to the flow. Maybe our bench, maybe it needs to be a little bit bigger. Put it up against the wall. So now we have a little bench. So our room is coming together. I mean, not really, but kind of. We need like a little end table over there or like a lamp. I guess I should figure out what kind of room this is. Like, I guess that would help. But sometimes I like to not think so much. It's my problem, right? Or that's my advantage. All right. So feels like it's definitely not a room in the United States. That's for sure. I feel like I want like a lamp or something here. Or like I feel like a plant pot would be here. That makes more sense to me. Right? So let's, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be doing hard edge. That's okay. I think you guys will forgive me for doing a quick flower pot. Fixed. What is fixed? I don't know what the fixed thing means. So here's my center point. So curve is actually much better. So let's go like this. Let's go like this. And maybe we'll make a little lip like this. I don't usually do flower pots like this, but I mean, why not live dangerously? This is so much better that it has so many less points. I think that's so much better. And you know what? We're gonna make this a little bit hard edged. Since we're doing hard edges, we're gonna make this hard edge and live that way. I wonder if I can make this. I wonder what happens if I bring this division down. I wonder if that makes a difference. Excuse me. Like when it's gonna start looking weird. Also, if I turn smooth shading off, oh, okay. So if I turn smooth shading off with this, it gets those little blockies. So if I turn this back up, they're still there, yeah. Okay, good to know. So I'm gonna leave smooth shading on because it looks better. And then I'm gonna validate. And maybe I should do the plant. I don't know how I want to do the plant. Now I have to do a plant. I suppose. So let's shrink it. So this is a big flower pot. So we'll shrink it and put it here. I feel like it would be right snugged into this corner. A nice big plant. I also kind of want to make like a couch, but I guess I can't do hard surface if I'm making a couch. All right, so what else would be here? And the great thing, I like that, you know, you can always move this stuff around. Like maybe the bench would be under the window. if we want it to be. My design sense is telling me to line it up with that. But maybe this can be like a big cabinet or something. But I guess we should do something with some different shapes. But I don't know. I do need to make something to show off all my 3D prints. Now I'm speaking for real life and YouTube life. Let's make this a little smaller. So it could be something like this. There could be something on top. Or there could not be. So this kind of looks like a wardrobe. Let's turn smooth shading off. And okay, let's see, what's the best way? I'm trying to think of the best way to make the cutouts for this. I'm thinking we clone it. Let's validate it. Let's live dangerously. This will be it's kind of a dresser, but maybe not. Let's make it a wardrobe. Even though wardrobe would have a bunch of stuff inside, we'll just name it that for now. I don't think it's going to be a wardrobe. I think it's going to be like a shelf. That's the word I was looking for. Sometimes it's the easiest words that get away from me. Whoops. Those pesky random thingies. Okay, so we have our shelf. Maybe we'll make them a little higher. So I'm thinking something like that, and I'm going to use array again. Add array. I think the red is down, right? So let's see. Oh, no. No, so that's one. Oh, that's what we want. We want it lower. So I'm going to do minus. Do we only want 3 or do we want 4? No, I feel like 3 is too not enough. So let's go back to the array. And then we'll make 4. And then we'll just kind of spread them out. Like that. And then we'll use our gizmo to position them. Okay, so now we want to make sure, we want to figure out how deep it's going to go. We can take this, go to blending, and turn this down if we want to see. Whoop. So maybe something like that. I'm trying to think, do I want to keep these? I probably do, right? So let's clone this, hide this one for now. We'll go to this, hide it, we'll go to the wardrobe, we'll just select it. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna bring this out. Okay, better idea. Let's rethink this. So I'm gonna take both of these and clone both of them. And hide them for now. See, now this, I'm gonna validate. So now the array is all 4. The wardrobe, the original wardrobe, I need to bring out of blending. And then now I can take the wardrobe and the array, hide the array, go here to the scene menu. I have to remember that Boolean is in the scene menu. keep sharp edges doesn't matter, but I think I'll probably always do that. Then hit Boolean. I don't think I've been saving. Hit Boolean, and then we have our shelf. And the back is not the wall, the back is the actual back of the shelf, which is superb. And again, you know how I like trims and stuff, so if I bring these back, so this is the array cut. So if I clone this whole thing again, validate this, maybe validate both of them, and then take this one and make it smaller. Let me do pivot, center, pivot. This might not work. I probably should just do it with like one. But I can probably, I took it out of the, I shouldn't have taken it out of the array. Let's make it a little smaller. Yeah, because then they get a little messed up. Because they're not even. So what I should have done was keep, this one is an array. So I'll move it out. Then shrink it, because now I can still use the array options. So it needs to be wider, number one. I'll make the top one perfect. And then, oh, wait a minute. Where's my array options? I'm a little, oh, maybe I have to get rid of the gizmo. I forgot the gizmo hides all the things. So now the size, we can just adjust. Oh, I guess that makes it, that's a little difficult too, because it only adjusts from one singular point and not all together. This is like one of those Blender engineering things that you have to figure out, that I'm not good at figuring out. All right. Well, anyway. Because they all start at one point, so I'm not exactly sure how I would. I don't even know what fit inside even means. But I think it'll be hard to get them all to be the same thing. I could always do this and do it the lazy way. And if I get too annoyed, then I just will do things the lazy, like the manual way. Because sometimes it's too much. Too much, and I'm ready to move on. And sometimes I don't have time for the tools that are supposed to make things easier. Yeah, I mean, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So now I have all these. I'll just join them and make them a little wider. Now I'll take them all and stretch them all the way through, because we definitely want these all the way through. Hide. This array is the original ones, so I'll grab that one. Scene, Boolean, Boolean. So now we have something like this. Shelf trim. I don't know why I cannot think of the word shelf today. Must have a fart in my brain or something. So now we have like just like a nice like little trim. It's actually nice on the inside. I was originally thinking I would make it a little bit bigger, but I don't even think I have to. Oh yeah, because then the size gets a little off. Gets a little crazy. So, but that's good. Just like a nice little trim. I don't know, I like little details like that. I enjoy little details like that. All right, so I feel like the room just got so small. So what is this? So this is the shelf. This is the shelf trim. So we'll put those together. This is the plant pot. So the shelf is kind of a bit big. Maybe we can make it smaller. Can fix all those little details like later on. Not too worried about those. So maybe I should just make like a little table. Let's make, oh, do we have any more planks? Is this still a regular plank? The floor, so we'll clone this and we'll name this float shelf A. Oops. Let's make it a little thicker. I can probably make a whole little floating shelf too. Make it a little thicker. So maybe there's a little floating shelf here. And we'll clone. Maybe there's one here as well. Maybe we can just line it up with that. Why do I feel like the top one's a little lower? Whoops. Okay. So this one's A. Let's make this one B. And let's move one of these. This one will be A. That one I'm going to make the big one. This one will be C. Okay, so let's put A on the top. And let's stretch this one all the way across. This is what I need in my room. That's probably why I was thinking about it. So this one should go to the window, to the wall. Don't sing it. Don't sing it. And maybe we'll line it up with the top of the window, even though I can't really see that. Got a new ArtStation message. I have been posting things on ArtStation. Let's make it, move it up a little bit more. We'll line it up with that window frame. Like such. So then we have that there. I feel like there would be a little table here. So let's make, how do we want to make it? Let's do, so we have our floating shelves. I'm going to go ahead and link these. Let's add a cylinder. Cylinder can also, I don't think we can turn smooth shading off. I think it'll get ugly. Okay, that's not too bad. I mean, that looks good. Oh, you still see the little thingies. So, but usually, let's see if we can do the 4 thing. I don't really know what happens when you do it with this. Oh, it does make it round, but it's really round. So if we do 12, I should make it sharp, I guess, right? Now you guys will forgive me. I can't do it. I like my round, flat tables. Should I make it a square table? I probably should make it a square table. I'm gonna try to stick to my guns here. You know I'm gonna deviate, but let's just use our floor again. So we'll clone this and we'll call this tabletop. You know, I try, but you know that I can't do it. You know that I have issues. So I feel like this would be, you know what? There's the wall. There, I'm looking at the bottom edge. Let's make it a little bit smaller. And let's side box. I'm changing it to side box. So then we'll clone it. We'll do our little thing that we always do. Okay, that looks like it's in the middle. I can't really see how deep it is. Let's go ahead and see what's going on under the hood. So let's make it a little deeper. So maybe like that. Yeah, no, I don't need to clone it. Let's just hide it and let's just do our little Boolean. Booleans are so fun. Oh, can I still put it back to opaque? I can. Put it right on the floor. So we can repeat that if we need. We can make another little box if we need. But at least there's some shelving there that we can put stuff on. We can put a plant here. But maybe I should make these smaller. Are these linked? Let's join those two. Maybe we'll line this up, make them a little smaller even. Just line it up with here. That way we have room for the plant. If we want a really big plant. Maybe we don't. But maybe we do. I don't know. What do? Do we like these better? I feel like that looks better as a room. I feel like the spacing of that is a little better. All right, so what other shapes do we want to make? I'm trying to think of some other cool shapes that we can make with the hard edge thing. I know that you can do a cone and you can turn the, I'm probably not going to use this, but I know you can use the cone and you can also turn this down to like 5 or 4. I wonder if this will make it soft. Oh, it does. Interesting. Interesting. I'm gonna bring it out of here and clone it. I kind of like this shape. Whatever. whatever. I'll validate it, hide it, might use it later. This one, I'm going to turn this down so it's sharp. I'll turn smooth shading off. And now we have this nice sharp coneage. What we want to do with it, I don't know. But it's here. I wonder if I wanted to make it flat. Oh, maybe I can snap. Maybe I can snap the gizmo. Let me think. How would I do that? Do I have to validate it first? Pivot. Snap the pivot, maybe 45. There we go. If I wanted to flatten it. Oh, but that's actually not what I was really wanting. What I was really thinking of was the edge, was turning a box 45 degrees and then having that sharp edge. But that's kind of interesting. This could be like the top of a, I know what this could be. Let's just make it into something, and then I think I'm going to pause this and come back because I'm going on vacation tomorrow, so I need to can't be just making videos forever. I mean, I can hopefully, but so let's add what is this cat doing? So we'll add a box, smooth shading off, box division to 4. Oh, this, you know what? Let's turn this, snap it this way. That might help us out. So let's use our gizmo. I actually don't know if this was good. I have another way to do a knife blade. Actually, I have to figure out how to do that again with this update. I did it with the little gecko for the Udemy class. Oh yeah, but then it's hard. Box, cone, validate this, join these two. And I don't even know what this is. What is this? What is it used for? Maybe we can put it outside. I still don't know what it's used for. It's a bit strange. I actually really have no idea. But anyway, just having fun. Okay, so I think this is good. I think this is a pretty interesting room. Oh, I know what we can do really quickly as well. I'm just going to take the floating shelf and clone it. And this will be window trim, more window trim. Where's the window stuff? So let's bring it under here. Put this back to 90. We'll snap it, make it a bit smaller. Okay, so we'll do it about there, about here. And we'll just put it pretty much in the middle. Pretty much in the middle. It's pretty good. So now we'll just clone this and do this. All right, cool. So now it's a little bit more window-ish. And we'll go ahead and join these. Window trim B. Okay. All right. So I can't think of what else we want in this room. There's no room for like a little, we could put like a little bed or something over here. Because we can also put some of this stuff outside, actually. You know, like just make like different things outside. Could also do that. Maybe we can make like mountains and stuff in the background. Could do that like fairly easily. Okay, so I think this is good for now. But I do need to make a thumbnail. Oops. So I'm just going to make a thumbnail. This is good for now. I might do some more stuff with this later, or maybe put like a character in there to kind of put a bow on it. I might just work on it some more and add some stuff, and this might just be an ongoing tutorial. But essentially, I just hope it shows you how easy it is to make like spaces and make like, it's really just all these little bits that you just put together. So if you make characters, or you make, you know, if you're making like, I don't know, but sometimes it's just nice to make a physical space where you can like put things or put characters or put whatever you're making in 3D. You know, you can make this your own room or your kitchen or your workshop, whatever. You can make a desk. I don't know what else I want. Maybe I just want to make like a table. I like making food and stuff. So like, I guess I could just make a little table. Oops. Okay, let's just, I'm just going to clone this. Join, clone. Are they about even? They're about even. Maybe there's a fart's worth of extra space in the middle. Okay. So we'll join these. Put it right in the middle. And then what can we take for, I guess we'll just grab this again. Table, legs. But now, see, now this is all easy stuff. But I hope you're just thinking of fun things that you can make in this very easy way. That's like my main goal, is to just like play, you know? Like, obviously, if you need to make something specific, you can get serious with it, but the only way you learn how to, or the only way I learn how to do it is to not put pressure on myself and just have fun and just play around with it. So I'll clone this, put one on this side, try to make them fairly even. Join these, clone. Okay. Table legs, join. do this. Okay. All right. Maybe we'll make like we'll use curve, not tube, lathe. So we'll use curve, and maybe we'll make like a little, like an old-fashioned like little milk thing that doesn't look like one at all. Okay, let's move the interior. All right, it's a little bit better. Oh, I made the mouth so big. Whoops. Okay, let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay, it's actually not too bad. The only problem is it's still a bit wide, I think. There we go. I think something like that is decent. Maybe a little thinner. Okay. So it's 13.5K. I wonder if I can bring this down. Let me turn off smooth shading. Kind of gets a little iffy. But it still looks pretty good, right? Still looks passable. How low can we get it before it starts looking weird? Still looks, I think that looks good enough. So I'm going to validate this. And it's actually good that the pivot point is on the bottom. That's actually quite helpful, because then we can resize it and it stays there, like it stays on the surface. For example, we resize it. It stays there. So you can make a bunch of accessories and have fun with it. Anyway, let's save. Oop, oh my god, excuse me. Excusez-moi. Okay, so now that looks good. Let me just turn the quality up a little bit so it's a little bit nicer to look at. And we'll go back to this. Let me put it to one of mine that I saved. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'll just export this, and I'll probably do more with this, but this is just to give you an example of how easily you can make scenes like this, you know, just by using boxes that are quite small. I wonder what I can lower the size with. I wonder what's making it so. There's got to be something. Oh, the shelf and the shelf trim. I wonder if I voxel remesh that instead. I wonder if I can decimate those. Ooh, decimate is where I ran into problems. I'm nervous. Maybe I just decimated too quickly before. I'm nervous. Super nervous. They still look good, so we brought it down. And there's probably other things that I can make smaller. But for now, I think all is well. Alright, keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll see you all